He's alive!
Hi, it's Neil Sean here on Your Entertainment News with a man that is a showbiz legend who tells us all about his latest book, From Here to Obscurity, the wonderful Mr. John Roseman. Remember though, John?
If you miss it, you'll miss out.
So don't miss John today on Your Entertainment News and buy his book.
I need the money. Okay, let me say, I didn't create the first music video. To be absolutely honest, I worked on it as a producer. It was Bohemian Rhapsody, directed by the genius Bruce Gowers. And it was iconic in that it was a one-off video, great visuals. It ran for nearly 9 minutes, and it was at #1 for about 9 weeks. Now, if you were to kick off anything, you should be so lucky to have a 9-minute video that would be, it's going to be #1 for 9 weeks. And Top of the Pops, therefore, were forced to play it for 9 consecutive weeks, which kind of irked Robin Nash, the iconic man behind Top of the Pops in those days, because it meant that at least just over a third of his program was taken up with something that was nothing to do with him at all. Anyway, as a result of that, we had absolutely no idea we had created anything special. Absolutely no idea. And it was 9 weeks into it, and we hadn't tried to market anything, tried to do anything. We just like watched it every week and go, oh, it's good, it's not, there it is. And then Bruce and I had a little meeting, and over a few bottles of red wine, I said, I think there might be something in this. I had no idea. And I said, why don't I write to some record companies and see if they want something like this, having no idea that you couldn't have another Bohemian Rhapsody because it was a one-off. So I had no idea about the music business and no idea about record companies, so I went to the local library where, funnily enough, my wife was working, and it took me about 20 minutes of research to get some record companies, wrote a bunch of letters. The first person who responded, probably the only person actually, was Richard Branson. And Richard rang me up and said, I've got an artist, Mike Oldfield, and we have a song in Dolce Jubilo at #2. Want you to make a video because I wanted to get to #1. It was naive on his part.
Yeah.
But then...
But clever.
But clever. But it wasn't, in retrospect, it was naive. At the time, who knew? I have to say, in retrospect, we didn't know we were creating the music video business. Some people might argue, rubbish, Roseman. Bohemian Rhapsody was not the first music video. There was lots of stuff before that. And in a way, there was. But what Bohemian Rhapsody was a crafted commercial.
Yeah.
And that was the big difference. As far as the music videos were concerned, we were just lucky. But taking it to America required an intense amount of hard work and rejection. And that's one of the reasons why, I wouldn't, as an agent, look after actors, because that is intense rejection. Yeah. And I think that I don't think I could take that. But when you're in a certain age, I always believed I would flog it in the end, that people would accept it. And I remember with RCA, the founder of the video machine, the founder of the camera, and I went to RCA in the early 70s with my show reel for a meeting with their... For a start, when I rang them out and said, who looks after videos in your company? And they all just went, sorry, no. And I went through a bunch of vice presidents, and I found out that America has an enormous amount of vice presidents. And I finally got to meet this vice president, who was apparently in charge of videos, talked to him for some time and said, I'd love to show you my show reel. He said, and I looked around, and he said, well, we don't have anything. And I said, this is RCA. You're in the front line of video technology. They had no TV and they had no video recorder. I said to him, it's not a problem. I have one at my house. Are you all right for the next hour? Right. Got in the car, drove back. It's 95 degrees. Go back, pick up this TV that weighed a ton in the back of the car. I get the video. It was a U-matic. It wasn't a VHS. It was a U-matic like that. Put it in the back of the car, shoot down Sunset Boulevard, get out, park outside, up the lift with the TV, up the lift with the video, connect it all up, sit in the chair and go, oh my God, I lost a stone. Plug it all in, show him the video, and he looks at all these clips and he goes, oh, they're great, John, fantastic. If we were ever to make videos, which we won't be doing, by the way, we'd hire you. And I go, oh, that's great, thank you. Down the lift, back to the house.
This is the
and
thing,
I
isn't
did
it?
that for like 3 months of my life. I saw every manager, every record company, every record label. In those days, I mean, today we have 2 record companies in the world. In those days, there was about 8 big ones. There was at least 20 very successful record labels, an inordinate amount of high-profile managers. So you had a lot of people to see, and a lot of people to say, sod off. The trouble is that it doesn't matter what your persona is and how you're regarded in the business as an agent, how good your contacts are in the press. I mean, a lot of what I did, I just sort of made a decision about 15 years ago. I needed to have much better press contacts. So I spent a lot of time running editors, showbiz editors, news people, because I knew that if and when it hit the fan and on that Friday night phone call, we've got X with the hooker, whatever it is, you would be in a position to actually do something about it. You couldn't kill it, but you could temper it, you could whatever. And one of the things I always did as an agent was I never lied to the press, ever. Because once you lie to the press, you're dead in the water. They'll still call you. And then they'll say, is it true about A and B? They'll still ask you the question. And when you go no, they'll think, okay, the answer is yes. Whereas I would never lie. So when I said no, they knew that to the best of my knowledge, it was no. I have a saying that if, as an agent, one of your clients, who, by the way, clients are not friends. A friend doesn't rely on you to pay their mortgage, right? A client, it doesn't matter if you've known them for 30 years. There are exceptions. Roger Cook, bless his heart, known Roger for 40 bloody years, man and beast. And so he's different. But it doesn't matter if you've known your client for 10 or 15 years, they're not a friend. They're a client at the end of the day. You can be their godfather to their children, as I was with Fern. And a lot of good that did, right? You can go to their weddings, you can, all that stuff. And I have a saying that if one of your clients came to you and said, you know what, if I don't get a kidney, I'm going to die, and you gave them one of your kidneys, within 3 months of them completely recovering from the operation, they dump you and go to another agent. And I don't want to be an agent anymore because it's just too painful. But I love writing, and please God, all these people out there, and here's the book, because this is called the pack shot, isn't it? Buy the book, because I need the money. I have a big drug problem, and I need to deal with it properly. Was that all right?
Yes.
Okay.
Will I be famous?
Hi, it's Neil Sean here on your entertainment news with the man, the legend, that is Mr. John Roseman, who tells us all about his latest book, From Here to Obscurity. Remember though, John? They all do it, love.
Okay. If you miss it, you'll miss out.
Yeah. No, we'll do it again from the top.
Okay, sorry.